This situation, I actually lived through a real-time SAP implementation project. Imagine it is a day 3 of user acceptance testing. Everything is set up. The purchase order is created, goods receipt is ready to post, and then error. No valuation data found for the material. And the whole testing round halts. The consultants are staring to each other. And what is the root cause? One field left behind in the material master. In the accounting one view, there was no valuation class has been maintained. This one little field took down the whole testing cycle. And if you are watching this video right now, I want to make sure that this never happens to you. Whether you are in an SAP active project or preparing for an interview or studying for a SAP certification. In the coming 18 to 20 minutes, I am going to walk you through everything that you need to know about creating a material master in SAP S4HANA. Step by step, live demo, all important views I will be explaining, the most common errors, exactly how to fix them, and I'm going to give you 3 important interview questions in this topic that will come up in almost every SAP MM interview. So stick around, there is a bonus tip at the end also. Before I start, drop a comment below. Are you a fresher or are you a student or are you experienced consultant just upgrading to SAP S4HANA? I read every comment and I try to reply on the related one. So first, let's understand what is a material master. So before opening up the transaction or to create the material master, let me give you a 60-second foundation that will change how you see this topic. Think of a material master as a passport for every material in your company. Just like your passport holds your personal information, your travel history, your visa status, the material master holds all the data about a material that every department in the company needs. Purchasing department needs vendor information, production needs the MRP parameters, and the finance need the valuation areas or the valuation related information. Sales need the item category or sales related information, and warehouse team definitely they will need the storage related informations. In SAP, Material Master is one single source for all of these. And unlike the purchase order, which comes and goes, this material master is a permanent master data and it stays in the system for the life of that material. In SAP S4HANA, the material master is stored in the tables like MARA for the general data, MARC for the plant level data, MARD for the storage location right, MARD for storage location data, MBEW for valuation data, and in SAP S4HANA specifically, the inventory movements are now recorded in the simplified table MATDOC instead of old MKPF and MSEC tables. And this is a key difference in SAP S4HANA. And yes, definitely you are going to get this question in the interview. What is the key difference in SAP S4HANA and the ECC? So now let's go to the transaction MM01 where we will be creating the material master. So this is the screen to create a material master if you are creating it within the GUI. If you are interested to see this in the Fiori application, do let me know in the comments. I will try to create one more video where I will be showing you how to create a material master in the Fiori screen, which is most important for the SAP S4HANA. So now here you can see in the creation screen. So here you can see there are 3 fields are there. First one is a material. It is a material number which will be automatically created if you have assigned or if your system assigned number range is there. If it is an external number range, then you have to manually enter it. Most of the companies or most of the businesses, material master number will be generated automatically. Next one is a industry sector. What is the industry sector? Now first, the material number. So if your system is set up for internal number assignment, leave this blank and SAP will automatically assign it. If you have external number range, then this part number you have to enter. I will leave it blank as it is an internal assignment. Second is the industry sector. This is determining certain screen layout. For the manufacturing, you have to select. If you are having multiple industry type, you can select one from here. Let's say here there are mechanical industry is there. Let's say mechanical engineering, let's say pharmaceutical, let's say retail, for which let's say industry your materials are belonging to, you can select one, and based on that the screen will be appearing. Okay, so we are going to select the mechanical industry or mechanical engineering. Next one is material type. So it is most important to understand what is the material type. This material type is most important if you are going to create a material master. Why? Because this will determine everything that is going to be set inside the material master, like which kind of views will be available, whether the price is required or not, which number range is going to be used, and how it behaves for a procurement and production. So you create a single material, you need to understand the most common material types. So if you see, there are most common material types are there. If you select the drop down, so here you can find, let's say here you can find the raw material, or basically we can say it as a ROH material. Now if you go to the drop down, here you can see some of the important material types. Now if I navigate you through the common material types, so here you can see, ROH for the raw material. This is what goes into the manufacturing. Example, let's say any plastic pallets that will be go inside the manufacturing area to create the bottle cap, right? Next one is here you can find HALB material. So this is basically semi-finished product. This is something that already partially processed but not the end product yet, so that will be going for a finished product, right? Now next one is FERT material. Here you can see FERT material, that is basically finished product which directly you can use it. Then next there will be HAWA material will be there, which is a trading goods which you can brought and sold without any transformation. Then there will be DIEN type of material will be there, that is used in services, no stock managed, only we will be tracking the cost, right? So if you are having any consulting fees or any machine maintenance, so this will be coming under your DIN material type. Now in S4HANA, the material type will be controlling the number range. So here if you select any of the material type, here if you are selecting any of the material type, that will decide what kind of number range will be coming in this field, right? So now if we click on enter, now here you can see what are the views are there based on the material type. So this material type will control which kind of views are coming over here, what kind of views are allowed or not. So that will be determined by the material type. So here you can see there is no sales data is available, right? So there is no sales data is available. Why? Because we are not going to manufacture, or we are not going to sell the raw material, right? If we are going to sell the raw material, that will become a trading material for us. So that's why we are not going to use it. Now let's see some of the important data or important views that we need to maintain. So first one is basic data one, where we will be maintaining some of the general data. Then there will be purchasing view will be there, where we will be maintaining all the purchasing related information. Then there will be MRP related information, but we are not going to maintain any MRP related information for now. We will be having a specific class for the MRP related views. Then there will be plant related data will be there, where you will be maintaining the storage related information. Then there will be accounting view will be there, where you will be maintaining any accounting related informations. Now once you have selected all this, you can select as a default setting, so that every time you open a MM01, these four views automatically get selected if you click on the default settings. Now next one, we have to click on the organization label, or you can click on continue. So if we click on organizational label, here it is asking you to enter a plant and a storage location. For this, we are going to enter the plant as a demo. Here we will enter the storage location also as a demo. Now if we click on continue, it will open up a screen like this. So right now we are in the basic data one. In the basic data one, here you can see this is the material number. This is coming based on the material group. Here you can see this is the material number coming based on the material type. And here if you click on the I button, you can get all of the information that is related to the material type and other information that is required, or that is you can see for your material number. So here first thing is material description. So here basically you have to put a meaningful name for your product. Every industry they will put, or every business they will have specific name for their each of the product. Like if I give you an example, let's say you are saying that I am working for a Apple company. So for that Apple company, let's say they are manufacturing some of the mobile phone. So specific mobile phone names will be given over here. So let me just add a test as a description for now, but you can give some meaningful name over here. Now let's say click on enter. Now here you can see base unit of measure. What is a base unit of measure? Now to measure this product, how you are going to measure this product, you have to maintain as a base unit of measure. Let's say I am saying I will measure it on kg. And in SAP basically you can find all of the existing unit of measure you will be finding over here. You can take as per your material condition or how your material is being measured. Next one is material group. So now next one is material group. So this is basically used for reporting, and we can use this for creating purchasing info record and sometime during the account determination. So always fill this information, and this is basically important for a material. Material group is basically further we can classify the material into different group. Let's say here we are taking this material as a raw material. So further we can take this as a, let's say, plastic material, steel material, glass material, or any other materials are there, so that we can take, right? So here I can say, let's say glass material I am taking. Once you are filling up all of the related information that is mandatory, one more thing you need to understand, like there are some fields which are mandatory and some fields which are optional. You can maintain or you can leave it blank. So whichever fields are showing you tick box like this, check box like this tick mark is coming like this, you have to fill that field mandatory. It is basically a mandatory field for you. Now let's say if we click on enter, it is coming to again to that mandatory field. So let's say size we can say. So here you can see we have clicked on the I button. If you click on the I button, it will give you the material related information. What is the industry sector, what is the material type, who is creating this one, who is changing this one, and if there is any deletion flag or anything, you can get all of the information here. Now once you have filled up every mandatory data, just click on enter. Now you can go to the next view. So now we are in the purchasing view. In the purchasing, basically here you can see the base unit of measure is getting copied from the basic data one. Now here material group is also getting copied. Now let's say there is a purchasing group is there. Now let's say to purchase this material, I need to have a buyer information, like who is going to buy this product. For that one, we can create a purchasing group. So purchasing group in SAP is nothing but it is a purchaser. So here you can see buyer or purchaser. So we can select this one. So it will be having the name and the mobile number and contact information if this material is going to be bought. So who is going to buy this product? Now there is a mandatory information of automatic PO. You can select this information or select this checkbox if you want to create an automatic purchase order for this material. What is the automatic purchase order? That we will discuss in the next class or upcoming classes. If you are interested for it, just DM me or just comment me in the details. I will try to create a class for you. Now one more here important thing is batch management. Now here we are having a batch management indicator, and here we are having a batch management indicator for the plant. This is one more difference in the S4HANA. This is introduced in the S4HANA. Now let me tell you the differences. Now in the previously in the ECC, only we are having a batch management. Now let's say we are creating this material for this plant demo, and let's say we are going to extend the material, or we want to create the same material for other plant. Then the batch management will not come by default in the select mode. Let's say I have two plants. One plant I have created as batch management. Second plant I can decide whether it will be batch management or not. So by default there will be no indicator will be selected. Now in S4HANA, if I am selecting batch management for one plant, now let's say if I extend it to another plant, or I create it for another one plant, by default the batch management will be selected, and if it is not relevant, then I can change that one over there. So by default it will be selected. Now one more important thing is here is order unit. Now you have measuring this product in this unit. Now if you want to order this in another one unit, let's say you are measuring it as a kg, but while you are buying it in tons, or you are buying it in quintals, right? So you can have a order unit over here, so that you can maintain over here. If you are getting certain kind of free goods, then you can also maintain an indicator over here. That is all about the general data. Now if you go to the purchasing values, here basically we can maintain the purchasing value key. So purchasing value key also you can create it, or you can take it from the existing one. So basically what the purchasing key will do, here once you are entering the purchasing value key, so purchasing value key will be containing reminders. Here you can see 3 reminders are there. Here you can see shipping instruction is there. Here you can see under delivery tolerance, over delivery tolerance, minimum delivery quantity, and here you can see unlimited over delivery and acknowledgement required. All of this information will be there in the purchasing value key, so that will be getting copied to our, once we are clicking on enter, it will copy all of those information from this value key to here. How this will be getting created, if you want to know, just DM me in the comment. I will try to create one more video for that one. So right now here you can see other manufacturer data, here GR processing time. So here you can maintain how many days you need to process the GR for this material, so that you can maintain. Here there is one more indicator, post to inspection stock. If you select this one, by default you can, whenever you are receiving the material, by default it will be received under a quality stock. Next one is source list. If you select this one, source list will become mandatory to create or order a purchase order for this one. So these are all of the data required or important data. Now if you click on enter, now see it is taking all of the data from here, this purchasing value key. All of the information is being taken from here. Now if you click on enter, it will take you to the plant on storage data. Now in the general data, here you can see similarly here we are having an order unit of issue, how you are going to issue the product. If you are having a different unit of issue, you can maintain that one. If you are leaving it blank, by default it will take the base unit of measure as a unit of issue also. Now here there are certain things are important thing. So here the storage bin, temperature condition, container requirement, picking area, storage condition, hazardous material number, these are all required for the WM side or warehouse management. If you are using a warehouse management, then you can fill up these details, or you can have this data. Otherwise we will not fill up most of the data, and this is all about the informative data. So this is only for the information to the, we can say, the warehouse operator or to the store operator. This will be not having any practical thing, we cannot say something. Okay, so there is no importance in the MM side, at least we can say. Now next one is here you can see. So next one is shelf life data. So if you are having a expiry data or shelf life data for any material, you know that whenever we purchase some of the material, let's say we are receiving a food material, we are purchasing a food material, so that is having a expiry date. Or let's say we are buying any electronics item that is having a expiry date, means the warranty expiry date, right? So if you are having such kind of thing, let's say if you are buying some medicines, so that is having a expiry date. So if you are having such date, you can maintain over there. Maximum storage period, how much time you want to store it under the storage location, what is the total shelf life, let's say 1 year, 2 years, something like that, you can maintain. And what is the remaining shelf life should be there, you can maintain that one. Okay, so these details you can fill it up in the plant or storage location. Once you have filled it up, you can just click on enter. Now you can come to the Material Master accounting one view. In the accounting one view, basically we can maintain the valuation related data. So here you can see first one is valuation class. So valuation class is most important for the financial thing. So based on this, we can say valuation class, where the material values will be stored will be decided. We will see that topic in later classes. Some other classes we will see that one, but this you can say this is the first integration point between the MM and FI, right? And this is most important question in the interview. They might ask you what is the valuation class. Now, last one is here you can maintain the price. So here you can see there is a currency control is there or price control is there. Basically, we are having two types of price as a standard price or moving average price. Standard price means your price will never be changing. Moving average price means by the time your price is changing, right now you can say the fuel prices are getting changed, or let's say the gold prices are getting changed. So by the time to time, this price will change as per the market standard. But if you are taking a standard price, your price will not change. If you are taking a price control as S, you can maintain a standard price. If you are taking a price control as V, then you can take a per unit price. So here, let's say we are taking a 10 rupees as a price. Here, one more question or one more interview question that you can get. What is the moving average price? This price control V, you might get this question in the interview, that what is a moving average price and how it is getting calculated. If you want to know the answer, do let me know in the comments. I will let you know what is the moving average price, when it is getting calculated, why it is important, and why businesses are taking for the moving average price and why they are taking the standard price, when they consider the standard price and when they consider the moving average price. Now let's say if you click on enter now see, we have filled up almost all of the data. Now you click on enter. Now it will ask you, you are about to exit. Now if you want to save it, now if you click on yes, now you can see, so these are some of the important fields are there. So now if I click on save button, now it is saying that material master is created. Now this is how we are going to create the material master in the real-time system. I hope this class is very important. Now I hope this is, you get some informative information from this class. If you are able to understand this, or if you are able to find this valuable, do let me know. Or if you have any suggestions, or if you want to know about some other topics also, you can let me know in the comments. Interview questions we have already discussed inside the topic. If you still need some more questions, you can also DM me that. You can comment question and I will provide you some interview questions related to that. That's all for today. Let's connect for another one session and see some of the other important topics of SAP MM.